Welcome to the Notorious D.I.D. I am Valprey. Bonjour. Hope that your day is going well. Today I'm going to share a little bit of a story time. The story is about having place in order with Papa John's, and the area that we live in is not in the country, let me state. It's not in a big city. It would be classed as suburbs for city people. And we do encounter, in South Carolina, we encounter a lot of wildlife, even in populated areas. So in our area, you will regularly get raccoons, you will regularly get possums, you'll get, when we first moved down here, you would see a stray or random alligator, but not so much any more of any time haven't seen those, haven't seen the water moccasins anymore, haven't seen things of this nature. You get moles and stuff like that too. But we live in conjunction with a lot of the wildlife, and they're not dangerous. They're not, when I speak of like the raccoons and the possums, things like that, they're not really dangerous and they don't cause a lot of problems or anything like that. But they are around. So when you go to order, which we've not had that issue before or prior, but we always state, there we have a table on the front porch. Go ahead and set it on the table, but make sure that you knock. That way we know that the order's been there. This seems to be an issue for a lot of people that deliver. Unknown why. This time, unfortunately, it was DoorDash that Papa John's was using in conjunction with their business. And the party did no knock as requested. They set the items out on the... So the party that delivered the items that we ordered, which was papadilla, I believe my daughter ordered some kind of breadsticks and a pizza. But anyway, so the party left it on the table and did not knock on the door. We were waiting and waiting, and finally my daughter goes out. That's one of my cats missing. But my daughter goes out to check and see if the items had been delivered, because we hadn't heard anything, and we were going to have to check and see what was going on with the order. When she goes out and checks, the papadilla box was on the top, and, well, it wasn't on the top. I mean, originally, I guess, when they placed it on the table, it was on the top. But the raccoons, because we have raccoons, had pulled the box down. They had opened the box, because we have very skilled raccoons in this neighborhood, I tell you. And they had taken the papadillas out of it, obviously. And the following day, we found the pieces of the bread and things like this. So we have paid for this item. They have not let us know that they were here. I have to call the store manager. Well, this is an interesting proposition in the first place, because I already know it sounds so odd that you have to tell somebody that raccoons took part of your order. It's the truth, because you just can't make things like this up. So I get the manager on the phone, and the manager, I tell him, I say, well, I say, we have a problem with the order. The person left it on the table, did no knock or anything like this, and I say, the raccoons got to it. He said, he paused for a minute. He said, raccoons, man? I'm like, yes, yes, raccoons. He said, the raccoons got your food? I said, yes, yes, the raccoons got part of the food. He said, oh, well, this is a first for me. I say, well, it's no for us because we regularly have raccoons around our property and things like this. And I say, the people in this area, they're going to have raccoons and possums and things like that. And he was kind of surprised. And probably that was their topic for the night, that the raccoons ate somebody's food, and probably known as the Raccoon Lady. But that pretty much is what took place. That's what happened. And in this area, the raccoons come up regularly, and they come around regularly, and that can happen. Your orders can be kidnapped by the raccoons and taken and eaten. The only thing at the back end of that, he was very nice about it. He said that they were going to replace the money and that they would hold my name at the store to be able to get the papadillas in the future when I wish. However, when I called the store, well, when I finally got a hold of the store, because they tend to be closed, everybody blames COVID for everything, but the lack of ability, you can't blame COVID for that, for all these places. You just really can't. And I called the store, and the girl that was at the store, let's put it this way, I'm going to have to contact corporate, because she first said there was no manager by that name, and that they weren't the store that I talked to, when they're the only store that's in this area. And so when I called back to call and speak with the manager, she just put me on hold, never came back. So if you happen to get into that situation where a manager tells you that they're going to replace something for you, make sure you get a promo code if it's for Papa John's, because that may not ever take place if you don't. And make sure, if you're in an area like we are, to where there's wildlife, make sure that you have them knock on the door. Because otherwise, the raccoons are going to have a field day. They probably are thinking, you know what, you're the best. I'm sure those raccoons loved us that day. They're thinking, we bought them some nice warm nummies. We didn't. I don't mind feeding the wildlife, don't get me wrong. This particular situation, they just took advantage of it, and they got them a little meal. So there's the story time for today. I'm sure that you might find that amusing, which we find it amusing. No matter what, at the back end of that, it's amusing. And at least it was eaten by something that needed the food and was hungry. Well, thank you for joining me today. Please like, share, subscribe. Join us for our mini videos that have to do with dissociative identity disorder. We are going to be, as we have stated before, trying to get back to doing that. We do need to learn more about each other, and this is a good avenue to do so, and to assist and help others to understand dissociative identity disorder as well. So please like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell. You will be one of the first to receive our notification that our videos have been posted. We appreciate you. We thank you for your time. This has been Foul Prey for the Notorious D.I.D, and I say Adios.